Chosen one, before another word is spoken, breathe with me for just a moment. Something brought you here, not chance, not boredom, not a wandering mind looking for noise to fill the quiet. You were brought, and the one who arranged it has been waiting a long time for this exact moment to reach you. There is a stillness in this room right now that does not come from the silence outside. It comes from above. You may not have a name for what you are feeling, but your spirit knows it. There is a hush that falls when heaven draws near, a settling of the air, a quieting of the noise that usually crowds your thoughts. That hush is here now. It came with you, or rather, it came for you. Notice too that the hush did not arrive to frighten you. When heaven draws near to a tired heart, it does not come with thunder. It comes the way dawn comes, slowly, without demand, asking nothing except that you let it in. So there is no need to make yourself ready, no posture to assume, no perfect state of mind to reach first. The Father met you exactly as you are this moment, in the clothes of an ordinary day, with all your ordinary weariness, and He called it good enough to begin. And the Father leans close to your heart and says to you now, "You are not here by accident, my child. I have watched the hours of this day bend and turn until they delivered you to this one moment. I counted every step that led you here. I am the one who set this meeting, and I do not set meetings lightly. Chosen one." Hear how tenderly that is spoken, not as a command from a distant throne, but as a whisper from a Father who has been near you the whole time. The timing of God is never careless. He did not let this message find you yesterday, when you were too rushed to receive it. He did not let it wait until tomorrow, when the moment would have passed and the heaviness in you would have hardened. He chose today, He chose now, and He chose you. Think for a moment about how many other things you could be doing right now. How many directions your day could have turned. How many small choices you made without thinking, each one quietly steering you toward this stillness. You did not plan this, but you were planned for. The Father saw this hour from far off and bent the whole shape of your day to bring you gently into it. Stay in that thought a moment longer, because it matters more than you know. So much of the ache people carry is the quiet belief that their life is a series of accidents, that they are simply drifting, unwatched, unguided, hoping the next turn will be kind. But that is not your story, chosen one. Not 1 hour of your life has unfolded outside the gaze of the Father. Even the moments you walked through alone, you were not actually alone. He was there, keeping the appointment He had already written for this very day. Perhaps you have spent so long feeling unseen that the very idea of being chosen feels too large for you to hold. You have moved through crowded rooms, feeling invisible. You have carried weights that no one around you ever noticed. You have wondered, in the honest dark of your own thoughts, whether anyone truly sees the whole of you, the hidden parts, the tired parts, the parts you have learned to cover with a smile. And the Father says to you now, "I see all of it. I have never once looked away. The thing you hide most carefully is the very thing I have held most gently. You think you are the keeper of your secrets, but I was there before the secret began. I know the weight you carried into this day, and I arranged this meeting because I could not bear to let you carry it 1 hour longer without telling you the truth. There is something that happens in a person who has gone unseen for too long. They begin to shrink. They begin to expect less, to ask for less, to believe that being overlooked is simply the shape their life was meant to take. If that has happened to you, chosen one, hear this gently. It was never the truth. You were not made to be overlooked. You were made to be known. And the one who made you has been watching the whole time, waiting for a moment quiet enough to tell you so. And perhaps part of you has grown afraid to hope, because hope has cost you before. You reached for something, and it slipped away. You believed in a promise and it did not come. So you learned quietly to expect less, to brace yourself, to keep your heart half closed so it could not be broken again. The Father understands that wound completely. He is not asking you to pretend it never happened. He is only asking you to let Him be different, to let this one appointment, arranged by His own hand, be the place where hope is finally safe again. You may even look back one day and see this hour as a hinge, a small, quiet turning point that the rest of your story bent around. It will not look dramatic from the outside. There will be no thunder, no crowd, no proof you could hand to a doubter. Just you, in an ordinary moment, finally hearing that you were never as alone as you feared. But the most important turnings in a life are often the quiet ones, the inward ones, the ones witnessed only by heaven, and the heart that finally let the truth in. If something in you is quietly stirring as these words reach you, you may type a short, sacred word where others gather below. Simply write, "I am listening." There is a reason today felt heavier than other days. There is a reason you have been more tired, more uncertain, more aware of a longing you could not name. Heaven was preparing you to receive something. The soil of a heart must be turned before the seed can be planted. And so the Father loosened the ground of you. He let the old comforts feel thin. He let the familiar distractions lose their flavor, not to punish you, to make room. Chosen one, the very restlessness you have felt was an invitation in disguise. It was the gentle tug of the Holy Spirit drawing you toward this hour. You thought you were simply searching. You were being led. Every dead end you reached, every door that quietly closed, every plan that did not unfold the way you imagined, all of it was steering you here, to a moment where you could finally hear the voice that has been calling your name from the beginning. Consider the strange mercy in that. The very things you grieved may have been the things that saved you, the opportunity that fell through, the relationship that did not last, the path you wanted so badly that simply would not open. At the time, it felt like loss. But the Father was not closing doors to wound you. He was clearing the road so that nothing would stand between you and this moment of being found. And the Father says to you now, "I have been speaking to you for longer than you know," in the song that arrived just when you needed it, in the stranger whose kindness undid you, in the verse that seemed written for your exact ache. I have been leaving signs along your road like lamps in a long hallway. Today I am no longer whispering through symbols. Today I am telling you plainly, you were meant to hear this. You were meant to be here. And I have come close so that you would finally know it was always me. Think of how many small things had to align for this moment to exist. The exact turn your day took, the exact mood you woke in, the exact hunger of your heart that made you reach for something more. Nothing in your life is random, chosen one. The Father is a God of order and intention, and even the things that felt like detours were quiet acts of guidance. He was never lost in your story. He was authoring it. So let yourself believe that the order you are sensing in this moment is real, not a comforting story you are telling yourself, but the actual signature of a Father who has been close all along. The same hand that arranged the timing of this meeting has been arranging the timing of your whole life, weaving even the hard years toward a good you could not yet see. You can trust the one who brought you here. He has never once let go of the thread. You have perhaps believed that the painful seasons proved you were forgotten, but the one who sees the whole tapestry knows that the dark threads are not mistakes. They are the very threads that give the picture its depth. What looked like delay was preparation. What looked like silence was the Father holding his breath, waiting for the right moment to speak the words you most needed to hear. There is a reason the Father waited until you were soft enough to hear it. A word spoken too early lands on guarded ground and bounces away. but a word spoken at the appointed hour into a heart that has finally been opened by its own longing takes root and grows. That is why today, and not before. You were not ready in the seasons when you were busy proving and performing and holding it all together. You are ready now, in this quieter and humbler place, where you have finally run out of ways to do it alone. And so it is no small thing that you can hear them today. There were seasons when you could not have. There were versions of you, in years gone by, who were too guarded, too busy, too wounded to let these words in. But the you who is listening right now has been softened by everything you have walked through. The very tenderness you sometimes resent in yourself is what makes this moment possible. Your open heart is not a weakness. It is the doorway through which heaven finally reaches you. And the Father says to you now, you have spent so much of your strength being strong. You have held things together for everyone around you, smiled when you wanted to weep, answered, I am fine when you were anything but. I saw the cost of every one of those moments. I never asked you to be unbreakable, my child. I asked you to come close, so that I could be the strength you have been pretending to have. Today is the day you can stop pretending. With me, you are allowed to simply be tired, and still be held. So let this be the moment you receive what heaven has been holding for you, not someday, today. The Father has gifts that he does not scatter carelessly. He waits for the heart that is finally soft enough, finally still enough, finally present enough to receive them. And here you are, quiet, open, listening. This is the heart he has been waiting for. And the Father says to you now, receive my peace today, the peace that does not depend on your circumstances being solved. Receive my assurance that you are held even when you feel like you are falling. Receive my nearness, closer than the breath in your chest. I am not offering you a distant promise for some far horizon. I am placing something in your hands right now, in this very hour, because today is the day I appointed for your comfort. Chosen one, let those words settle into the deepest part of you. The peace he offers is not the fragile kind that shatters at the first hard news. It is the peace that was forged in the heart of the Father before the world began. It does not ask you to pretend the difficulty away. It simply promises that you will never face it alone again. That is the gift of this divine appointment. Not the removal of every burden, but the unshakable presence of the one who carries it with you. And notice how the gift is shaped to fit you exactly. Not a general blessing handed out to a faceless crowd, but a comfort cut to the precise shape of your need. The Father knows which wound aches the most. He knows which fear keeps you awake. He knows the specific word you have been longing to hear from someone, anyone, who truly sees you. And the comfort he brings today is not random. It is measured to the exact dimensions of the heart he formed with his own hands. Let that truth widen in you. The world is loud with messages about what you must do to be worthy, what you must fix, what you must become before you are allowed to feel at peace. But the appointment heaven arranged today carries the opposite news. There is nothing to earn here. There is nothing to perform. The Father set this meeting not to measure you, but to mend you. He came near not to weigh your deeds, but to hold your weary heart. And the comfort he brings is not a wage you must work for. It is a gift already given, simply waiting for you to open your hands. I know the doubt that may be rising even now, the quiet voice that says, this is just a coincidence. Anyone could have stumbled onto these words. They were not really meant for me. That voice is old, chosen one, and it has spoken to you for a long time. It is the same voice that told you that you were too ordinary to be chosen, too flawed to be loved, too small to be seen by the God who hung the stars. But consider this honestly. Coincidence does not know your name. Coincidence does not arrive on the exact day your heart was breaking. 2T. Coincidence does not reach into the precise wound you have told no one about and speak directly to it. What you are feeling right now, that ache of recognition, that sense that this is somehow personal, is not your imagination working overtime. It is your spirit recognizing the voice of the one who made it. That voice of doubt has a purpose, and the purpose is never your good. It rises precisely when something true is about to take root, because it knows that if you believed how loved you are, everything would change. It wants you small. It wants you guarded. It wants you to talk yourself out of the very comfort that was sent to heal you. So when it whispers that this is nothing, recognize it for the old liar it is, and let it pass through you without taking hold. And the Father says to you now, do not let the smallness of your doubt argue away the bigness of my love. I am not in the habit of accidents. When I arrange a meeting, I arrange it with purpose. You were not chosen because you earned it. You were chosen because I wanted you. That is the only reason I have ever needed. And nothing you have done, and nothing that was done to you, has changed my mind about wanting you. And here is the quiet wonder of his choosing. He did not pick you the way the world picks, after a long inspection, after you proved you were impressive enough to be wanted. He chose you the way a parent chooses a child, before the child has done anything at all, simply because the child is theirs. Your worth was never up for debate in heaven. It was settled before you took your first breath. The only thing that ever waited was this, that you would one day grow quiet enough to believe it. So lay the doubt down now, gently, like setting down a bag you have carried too far. You do not have to defend yourself against your own belovedness anymore. You do not have to prove you deserve this. The invitation was never about your worthiness. It was always about his love. And his love does not waver based on the kind of day you had, or the mistakes you made, or the prayers you forgot to pray. Imagine what becomes possible when you stop arguing with grace. The energy you have spent convincing yourself you are not worthy can finally be released. The walls you built to protect a heart that felt unseen can finally come down, because the one who sees you has proven gentle. This is not the beginning of pressure. It is the beginning of rest. The appointment heaven arranged was never meant to add to your load. It was meant to lift it. There is a freedom waiting on the other side of this surrender that most people never taste, because they never quite let go. They hold their burdens close out of a strange loyalty, as if the carrying itself proved they were strong. But you were never honored by your exhaustion, chosen one. The Father is not impressed by how much you can bear alone. He is moved by your willingness to finally let him share the weight. That is the strength he has always wanted for you, the strength to be carried. This is who you are, chosen one, and heaven would have you remember it. You are not a wanderer who stumbled into grace by accident. You are a son, you are a daughter, appointed and named before you drew your first breath. You belong to the Father who orchestrated this very moment so that you would finally know how seen you have always been. You are not forgotten. You never were. The God of the universe arranged the hours of this day to bring you to a quiet place where he could tell you so. You are seen, fully, completely, including the parts you thought no one would ever understand. You are chosen, not by mistake, but by the deliberate, tender heart of the Father. And the one who chose you does not change his mind. And the Father says to you now, the assurance I give you today is not meant to stay only in this quiet hour. Carry it into the conversation you have been dreading. Carry it into the room that always made you feel small. Carry it into the night when the old fears return to whisper. You will not always feel this stillness, but the truth of it does not fade when the feeling does. I appointed this moment so that on the harder days you would have something true to hold. You are mine. Let that be the anchor your heart returns to. Now let everything grow quiet within you. Let the noise of the day fall away like leaves releasing their branch. In this stillness, simply give thanks. Not for everything being perfect, but for being seen on a day you needed it most. Let gratitude rise in you slowly, without words, if words are too much. The Father receives even the thanks you cannot speak. And now, release it. Whatever you carried into this moment, the worry, the loneliness, the quiet fear that you were on your own, place it into His hands and let your fingers open. You were never meant to hold it alone, and after this appointed hour, you no longer have to. Let it go, on the breath leaving your body. Feel how much lighter you become without it. Let it rise away from you, the way mist rises from water in the warmth of morning, quietly, completely, until it is gone. And as you release it, do not be surprised if something rises in its place, quietly, like warmth returning to cold hands. Where the worry was, peace begins to settle. Where the loneliness was, a sense of being accompanied takes root. This is not something you have to manufacture. It is simply what fills the space when a heart finally stops gripping its fear. The Father does not leave you empty after you let go. He fills the room you made with His own nearness. Hear now what is true of you. You are seen by the God who never blinks. You are held by hands that never tire. You are chosen on purpose, for a purpose, with a love that had no beginning and will have no end. You are exactly where you were meant to be, hearing exactly what you were meant to hear on exactly the day it was appointed for you. If your heart agrees, let it be sealed below in a single quiet line. Write, I am seen and I am His. The meeting heaven arranged is complete, but the love that arranged it remains. It does not end when the stillness fades. It will walk with you into the rest of this day and into every day that follows, the same near and tender presence that brought you here. Carry it gently, knowing you walk as one who is appointed, beloved, and never alone. And so it is. Amen.